Before I give any tips, I would just like to plug my social media. I have a Twitch, Twitter, and Discord down in the description. I would greatly appreciate a follow on each platform. So the very first tip I would like to give is the importance of not driving your drone straight into the site in preparation phase. 9 times out of 10, you'll know where the enemy is going to be playing at and what site they've chosen, whether it's Clubhouse or any of the ranked maps. Cafe, for example, you can pretty much always tell that they're going to be bar cocktail. So driving your drone straight into the site really isn't a necessity because you're just losing free information is the way I like to look at it. So now that tip 1 is out of the way, I would like to move into a micro way of looking at how to drone, which would be where are your entry fraggers entering the building at. So let's say you have a thermite, a thatcher, a buck, and a habana, and an IQ. Your entry fragger would most likely be the buck or the IQ. So with whoever's entering the building, you would have the thatcher or the thermite pre-placing a drone at wherever the entry is comfortable entering the building at, and you would put that drone before them and drone anything in that first room clear, and then the entry fragger can then enter that room, and then the entry fragger would follow that drone through the room, and so on until you possibly spot an enemy that runs away or challenges said entry fragger to possibly get a free kill for your team. The next tip I would like to give is either pre-placing drones in prep phase or taking your drone to the spawn. So whenever I am playing more of a supportive role or I am on hard support that round, most of the time I would just take my drone straight to spawn and I would just pick it up once I spawn in, and then wherever someone needs to be drone in at, I will throw my drone in that direction and start droning them in and clear the room or the next room and so on so the enemy team doesn't get a free kill just because we had a lack of information. But if you want to take a different approach at it, you can pre-place a drone, for example on the map Cafe, where there is a large opening within the second floor. So you can either place it on some sort of object that you can get your drone up on, and that would allow you to see not only the top floor but the second floor, which would give you more information than just leaving it ground level on the top floor. So you can not only gather information from the top but also the second floor. The next tip I would like to move on to is thorough droning. So if you have a tight room with a lot of objects in it that a defender can hide behind, it is very, very important to drone behind said objects just in case, in that off chance that there is a defender and he might flank 2 or 3 teammates and he gets 3 kills and now it is a 2v5 instead of it could have been a 5v4 in your favor just because you didn't want to drone a small room or behind a bed or behind a desk. So it is very, very important to make sure that you're checking all of your corners and checking behind all of your objects. Moving on to the next tip, you always want to ask yourself before a round starts if you are going to pre-place a drone or you're going to drone a certain floor or a certain set of rooms where the defenders were roaming last round. So on Clubhouse, for example, you might have a vigil if they are in Armory Church. They might have a vigil the prior round playing up in Master Logistics side, and he's most likely going to be playing that side again unless it's a very, very smart player and he knows how to manipulate his positioning. Then again, you just want to make sure that you're redroning where a player was playing the previous round in case they're playing that same position. This next tip is in correlation to wasting your drone in preparation phase, which is that wasting your drone in the middle of a round, that information that you already have, which I will give you an example that I made during a scrim, which it was we were attacking, the defenders were in gym, and there was a smoke playing in the bathroom, and someone on my team had previously droned that smoke in the bathroom, and then after his drone got destroyed, I wasted my drone on the smoke again, which was my bad, and now that I have learned that I very rarely will waste a drone on information that we've already gathered. So that is a very, very important tip that I've learned that I've then applied to myself. Moving into the next tip is using drones for the attackers as default cameras, because everyone knows that defenders have default cameras within the map or around the map, and using the attackers' drones as default cameras in some sense for the attackers. So whether that be on flank watch or looking across on Cafe from the new balcony onto heaven, and that's just one situation. Again, with all of these situations I'm giving you, droning is one of the most versatile things within Rainbow Six. You can be very, very creative in what you want to drone and how you want to drone. So it's not just the situations I'm giving you Now the next few tips here are somewhat mushed together, but they're still their own individual tips that I can give, which is when not to tag and to tag, and also having accurate callouts. So when not to tag and to tag is all dependent on the situation, that what you are droning and where you are droning. So I'm going to play a quick clip, and this is just one example of when to tag and when not to tag.
Well, I got a fucking
Yo, stock hatch seems to be soft against ledge. I got a drone in here. I'll drone it out for you as soon as the round starts.
Dirt's clear. I mean, dirt's
Okay, I think someone's gonna come in and get stock right now. I'm checking. Okay, no, stock is no one's getting stock hatch. He made a melee hole right side stage wall. Yo, he made a melee hole right side stage wall crouch level sledge. I can ping. Shoot a little bit more to the left. A little bit more to the left. He's still there, sledge. Still there. Good pick, bro. So in that clip, I was playing with a buddy. I was playing on my alternate account, and we were playing with randoms. And you saw the Jaeger make a couple punch holes on the stage wall. I had my drone pre-placed in stock. I saw the punch holes. I saw the sledge coming to stock door. I called it out, and you heard me say, I can mark him when you're ready, but I decided not to, because in a situation like that where the Jaeger is vulnerable, not only on the soft wall, but from his back, if I would have been able to tag him or not, I decided not to, just because if he got spotted in that position, he would most likely leave, and that would have been a free kill, potentially lost, just because of my mishap. So I decided not to ping the Jaeger, but I then went forward and tried to give it as accurate of a call out as I could for the sledge, and it ended up being a free kill for us. Now the next few tips tie into setting pre-placed drones, which is setting flank drones, which is very, very important unless you have a nomad or a gridlock or a claymore or someone even holding the flank watch. So a simple example that I can give you is entering the break door / CC on border and just setting a flank drone on either the 90 flank or in break itself on the door, and having either a dead teammate watch that flank while you're trying to execute the site through armory. So those are the beginner tips that I can give you for droning. Again, just a simple recap: don't waste your drones, have thorough callouts in droning, and setting flank drones. If you guys enjoyed the video or you learned something new, please give the video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, I'd love to see your beautiful face at my live stream. And if you like my content, maybe check out some of my other videos. I would greatly appreciate that as well. And until then, I will see you guys in the next video.